What's up, ladies and gents? So one of my favorite pastimes right now is cigars. So I've been wanting to do a what's in my humidor video. So here are my humidors. They are both identical. Actually, it's the cheapo humidor from Cigars International. They came with a 10-pack of premium cigars. So, but even though they're cheap, though, they've turned out really well. I'm gonna start out with this one. This is like my my cheapo box, the sharing with friends cigars. So I've got my Therm Pro humidifier. Oh, my battery just died right in the middle of this. So yeah, my hygrometer here. This is a really awesome hygrometer. They're really cheap. This is only like $10. Gives you a readout of temperature, humidity, you know, whatever the hell else is there. It has a little plate. This humidor came with a little plate that you can stick here, and it came with a humidifier that would stick to here, but it was a piece of junk, so I just, this has a magnet on the back of it. Fits there perfectly. So, this, like I said, a lot of really cheap cigars. Most of these are, there's like a multi-pack, like sampler of Dominicans. I think they're all made by Victor Sinclair, which some of them are pretty decent cigars. Not a whole lot of flavor, but they work. Like I said, cheapos, so I don't worry about, you know, handing them out to friends or whoever. Got a couple really cheapos here, your classics. These actually came in a pack that I got. It was like a sampler, like a factory-made sampler from Cigars International that boxes of stuff that was left open. So they filled up a big bag full of stuff and just sent it off to you. It was really super cheap, so I have those in there. The time when I that's actually from that same sampler there. What else do I have? More of those factory stuff. These came in with them too, and I have no idea what they are. Possibly, let's see if I can get the focus here. Possibly Connecticut wrapper, and then maybe a Maduro. I don't know. It's ones that maybe, I don't know. One of them's longer than the other, but I can't tell if this one looks like it could be a Toro. I haven't measured it, but. And here is my humidifier that I have. I think this is made by, Humidors, and it's got the gel inside of it, which works incredibly well. They soak up water really fast, so you can fill them up in a couple minutes and just throw it in your box. And these last for a good, I don't know, week to 2 weeks between fillings. They've turned out really well, and they just kind of sit in there. And also, hidden back in here, I have a few. This is kind of an experiment, but these are a few Perotti Ammazzati cigars, and these are the fire cured. I kind of these don't have to be humidified. Actually, they're not supposed to be. This is kind of an experiment to see what would happen if I humidified a couple of them, and they are getting a little puffy. So we'll see how that goes when I go to actually light them. So I think that was pretty much everything in that one. Just a bunch of randos in there with that Victor Sinclair sampler. So close that one up. And here's actually the nicer box. Actually, this one's showing a little. This is my other cheapo hygrometer. It's showing some pretty high humidity in here, so I might be good to leave this one open right now. So, another one of the Humidors. First off, we've got these right here. And these, I think they were called Pirata, I believe. And they're, I think they were a 40 by, what that looks like, 40 by 4. And they smoke really well. They do have to be cut. They're a mixed filler. They're sweet tipped. They smoke pretty well. They're like on par. They're like a Swisher, but with good tobacco. So, hidden back here, I have some Villiger Braniff number 3s, and these are some of my favorite little cigarillos, and they taste amazing to me. Like, I get hints of like chocolate and maybe espresso with them. Really, really fun. A little piece of cedar wrap there. Over here is my nice section. So some of these actually was the stuff that came with the boxes, and some of it is some cigars I got from my mother-in-law for my birthday. So probably the nicest one in here. Let's see if I can get it to focus in on this right here. Focus. There it is. It's a Padron Anniversary 1964. And I'm pretty confident that's a Churchill. And I'm saving that one for a very special occasion. We have a La Aurora de Cuba. Mi Amor. Looks like a Maduro. Maybe something else, I don't know. We got a Amazad or Amati. Looks like a Toro there. Maybe a Robusto, I can't tell. I'm not very good at telling off hands. Actually, I think this one is a Toro. This Don Augusto. So this looks like the same size. Yeah, for sure. We have a Ramon Busso Genesis, the Project. These I've smoked a couple of these. They're pretty tasty cigars. You got a what is this? HC. I think there's a longer name to that one. I'm not really super familiar with it. I do actually prefer the darker cigars, the Maduro wrappers over the lighter Connecticut. So this one I'd probably enjoy pretty well. Next is a Vegas Black Series A. I think I've smoked this one before. I think that's actually where this wrapper came from. Remember it being pretty tasty. We have a, see if I can get the focus here. Gurkha War Pig. I have smoked this one before and it was pretty good. And this is actually, this next one is one of my favorite Connecticut wrapper cigars so far. It's a Mark Twain. This is a Churchill. Very, very smooth cigar. One thing that I had better so far, let's see, what was it? Ashton. It was an Ashton. A Bahia Blue. Looks like a Toro. The CAO Black series. Another Toro. I think I have a lot of Toros in here. And the very last one in this box is La Perla Habano, White Pearl. Shorter, looks like a Robusto. very light cigar. And actually, I had one more of these that I smoked, and it was one of the most horrible cigars ever. I don't know if it may have just been the cigar itself, because it seemed like it was really dried out. So this one has actually been sitting in here for the better part of 6 months. So hopefully this one is way better than the other one I had. So that is both of my humidors. Oh, this little hidden thing back here. These are actually the cigar trays that I make. So you can lay it out on the table when you don't want to have an ashtray or you're just ashing on the ground. Just a place to set your cigar down. Made out of red cedar. Hopefully I'm going to have some of these up for sale at some point soon. And that is both of my humidors. Humidity's finally getting back where it should be. There they are. And they actually really pretty finish. They seem to seal pretty well. And these, sometimes you can pick them up in the Congo like I got them, where they come with the tin pack. I want to say that I got these both for like 20 or 25 a piece with free shipping. So really awesome deal. So that's been my my humidors. You know, if you got any questions about them, let me know in the comments, or you can hit me up on Twitter at Peculiar Deviant. Let me know what you think about them. If you have any suggestions about good cigars that I should put in here, minding that I'm poor and I can't afford really expensive cigars. So yeah, just let me know, and I'll see y'all later. And I forgot to mention, if you're interested in me doing any tasting videos of those cigars, just let me know in the comments.